Close your eyes. Nope, seriously, close them for a second and imagine a bee. You're probably picturing a fuzzy little insect wearing a bright yellow and black striped uniform. You can open your eyes now. Believe it or not, the vast majority of bee species on Earth don't actually possess that iconic striped pattern. Even more confusing is that our gardens are full of stripy insects that aren't actually bees at all. They're flies, wasps, and even moths, all wearing a costume so convincing that we're constantly getting fooled. We might be the ones swatting them away from our picnics, but we aren't the ones this intricate disguise was evolved to trick. This visual deception is a highly targeted defense mechanism, which raises the question, if these insects aren't out to fool us, then who is the real target of this biological work of art? The primary audience for this display is natural predators, like birds. These hunters have to learn through trial and error which insects provide a meal and which provide a sting. This is where warning coloration comes in, a visual biological alarm system that teaches predators to keep their distance. Imagine a scenario where two entirely different stinging species have completely different warning colors. Say one is blue and the other is red. In a divided system, a predator samples many individuals of both species before learning both mean an unhappy meal. But if they converge on one appearance, the predator learns faster. Far fewer are eaten before it avoids the pattern. This is an alliance of danger. Species like bees and wasps often share the yellow and black uniform to mutualistically educate their predators. Sharing a single warning uniform isn't a coincidence. It's an efficient economic calculation that saves insect lives by standardizing the universal signal for stay away. Once a visual warning system is established and feared, it becomes a system that's very easy to exploit. These are the opportunists, the harmless flies and mimicking moths that lack stingers or venom. Simply by looking like an insect that can fight back, these harmless bugs get the exact same protection from predators. By perfectly mirroring those colors, they blend into a reputation they didn't earn. It's a parasitic relationship. These mimics dilute the effectiveness of the warning signal, enjoying the safety of the uniform without contributing any of the actual danger that keeps predators afraid. By hijacking the branding of their more dangerous neighbors, these defenseless insects bypass the massive amount of evolutionary energy required to build a physical weapon. So, how can you tell if the striped insect buzzing around you is a true threat or a harmless mimic? There is one definitive test, though it isn't very pleasant. If the insect physically stings you, it is definitely a true bee or a wasp. For less painful evidence, check their anatomy. Both bees and wasps have short, elbow-shaped antennae and 4 wings. To tell them apart, look at their texture. Bees are covered in hair, while wasps are smooth and bald. On the non-stinging side of the family, the anatomical profile changes. A fly can be identified by its 2 wings and its eyes. If it looks like it's wearing a pair of giant goggles that dominates its entire head, it's a fly. If you see the yellow and black stripes, but notice long, feathery antennae, you're likely looking at a moth. By looking past the deceptive uniform and identifying these specific anatomical traits, we can begin to move past the fear of getting stung. It allows us to appreciate the complex evolutionary game playing out in our own backyards.